Lawmakers were inside the Capitol voting to certify the results of the presidential election. This was going on outside. And tonight we are hearing from one of our state congressmen who says former President Trump is not at fault. It's a scene that caught the nation's attention. GOP Tennessee Congressman Mark Green weighing in as the hearings are being broadcasted.
I don't think the president broke any laws on that day. The people who broke into the building, stole laptop computers, those people broke the law and they should be prosecuted.
Green feels January 6th was not an insurrection.
It's insane to suggest that those people were trying to overthrow the government. I've seen insurrectionists, they carry AK-47s and they're really trying to overthrow government.
Two other state lawmakers, Senator Marsha Blackburn and Senator Bill Hagerty, described by the January 6th committee as some of former President Trump's closest political allies.
That evening, Rudy Giuliani called several of President Trump's closest political allies in the hour before the joint session resumed. Representative Jim Jordan and Senators Marsha Blackburn, Tommy Tuberville, Bill Hagerty, Lindsey Graham, Josh Hawley, and Ted Cruz.
GOP Representative Adam Kinzinger believes former President Trump's allies played a part in delaying the certification of the election. Kinzinger airing Rudy Giuliani's voicemail to Alabama Republican Senator Tommy Tuberville.
I'm calling you because I want to discuss with you how they're trying to rush this hearing and how we need you, our Republican friends, to try to just slow it down.
While Senators Blackburn and Hagerty told Fox 17 News in January 2021 they initially planned to object to some of the electoral votes during the certification, they both reversed course after the attack on the Capitol. Both senators declined interviews and have no comment.
It's no way to plan for this. It's just no way to plan for it at all.
New tonight, a student housing shortage at Tennessee State University. We're talking less than a month before the start of classes, and some TSU parents are being told their children may not end up in university housing, but instead at hotels.
And it's not the first time housing has been an issue over at TSU. Fox 17 News' Maggie Lemire is joining us live in North Nashville after speaking with parents who tell us, Maggie, that they are rightfully so frustrated.
Yeah, they are, Erica. Scott, I've been talking with parents, and that's exactly what they've been telling me. They're concerned about the housing options at TSU. Some parents concerned that their child may end up staying in a hotel come fall. TSU parents Angela and Lester Morgan have a rising junior, and with less than a month before classes begin, they still don't know where their daughter will be living.
When we enrolled, or she enrolled, on the deadline, how did she get bumped out of 3,000 people to not have housing?
The Morgans say on-campus housing is pretty much full. The university is setting overflow students up in hotels or other off-campus options. It has them worried.
In the hotels that I've seen, there's one desk, one closet, 2 beds.
Fox 17 has reported housing issues at TSU 3 times, the latest in January, where we spoke with frustrated students.
This is honestly, it's very sad. It's saddening.
I think what I want most out of this is I want some accountability to be taken. I want someone to take accountability for what's being done.
6 months later, and we are still hearing similar complaints. Fox 17 reached out to the university, and we spoke with the Assistant Vice President of Student Affairs.
Well, we're not having a housing problem. This is the point that we want to make sure we're clear about. Again, we don't accept our students based up to our housing capacity.
Dr. Carolyn Davis says they have an unprecedented number of students this year, with a lot of upperclassmen and, of course, freshmen wanting to be on campus. The number is leaving some families confused and anxious about the school putting their kid up in a hotel.
If you have enough housing, then why are hotels being used?
Well, hotels are being used to meet the needs of our students that we can't house on campus, but we are housing our students. So we don't have a housing issue. We do have housing.
We asked how many hotels they are using this year. We're waiting on that number.
Those who work downtown say panhandling and homelessness on Broadway is getting worse and worse. Bob Fort is a security guard, and he's born and raised here.
So you got to always keep an eye out and make sure they're not climbing through the window or going through your door, things like that. It's gotten worse and worse over the years. I'm not heartless, but at the same time, something needs to be done. That, like some laws need to be getting enforced real quick.
The owner of Trail West tells me over the phone they had to close one of their stores because of it.
It's affected just tourism in general. I have a lot of people coming here that said they'll never come back to Nashville because of the way the panhandlers are, how aggressive they are, and it's just not a fun, friendly environment.
Visitors feel more should be done to help people.
It's just a sad situation, all in all. I know what it's like to be in a predicament where you don't have anywhere to go and nothing to eat. And I was a small child going through it, 12, 14 years old. And it's just sad.
I reached out to Metro's Homeless Impact Division to see what the plan is moving forward. And they say they do not take the situation lightly, and it's a community issue, taking the community to solve it, adding Mayor Cooper's proposed $50 million investment.